Well, you see how amazing things can be over a week or so? Since I last basically talked to you guys, there's been really some interesting items as far as this regarding this Georgia Senate election runoff, whatever you want to call it. And now that we have kind of, I guess logical people are accepting the fact that obviously Biden won the election. But now, interesting development with former President Barack Obama that everybody's kind of up in arms against with. And he's basically telling people to you can't go in with the language of defunding the police because you're going to be scaring that wordage or that verbiage language could be detrimental, and that a lot of the some Congress seats were lost because of the fact that the Republicans were successful in their messages about the Democrats defunding the police, the progressive Democrats and the far left, what have you. And so he basically was criticized for it. And it's a fact that young people in Black Lives Matter movement and the activism, the younger people turning up in the vote, they turned up on the fact that they wanted to strongly defund some of these police departments across the country. Obviously, for their involvement over and over again with the killings of unarmed black citizens, unarmed people of all color, basically, where it wasn't warranted to use deadly force. And so this is how this movement of defunding the police started getting in the ethers of the air. And so I guess my these Democrats, these established Democrats, don't want the language of defunding the police because they're scared that it's going to have the Republican voters come out strong and put them in the as far as using defunding the police, the Republicans going to come out strongly against that. That the defunding part is really going to get them up and drive them into the polls come January for these two Senate seats to support their Republican agenda. And I say, activism is activism. And, if it's not defunding the police, then what's the next trending thing to say to stop our movement, to stop the movement as far as getting these funds into other, possible policies that you can use these funds in to take care of some other matters that we are concerned with as far as policies of reform, police reform, steps and trainings and so forth like that. So this is the biggest trick the Republicans can actually do to people. They actually want you to. This is the same trick. They're going to run on law and order. They're going to run on, the whole Wade versus Roe, pro-life. They're going to run on military. They're going to try to strike fear into their constituency and say that, they're defunding the police. They want to take down America. They want to take down your safety and stuff like that. So these are all different scare tactics that the Republicans will use. But, I think you have to criticize Obama for him coming out and saying something like that and not really realize like what are we supposed to do as far as the activists? Are we just not supposed to we supposed to just play nice with the Republicans now? Are we supposed to just okay, well, the Republicans, it's always dictated on what the Republicans going to do. So Mr. Obama, President Obama, what is your suggestion that you give the activists to do? You say go out and protest. We protest. We go out here and demand some concessions as far as this defunding the police departments if they are continually harboring these killer cops. So what do you want us to do now? You know, we delivered on our end with the vote. The young people delivered. And so now you want us to change our agenda midstream because you said, well, you know, maybe we should hush the tone on defunding. I think it's absolutely ridiculous, and I think it's it's kind of insulting to tell these people after you got the vote, after we delivered you the vote, to now back off on our messaging of defunding the police in order for you to feel comfortable going forward and stuff like that because you're worried about a couple of seats that were lost. I think the seats that were lost because people didn't campaign hard enough and they were lazy about it, and if you didn't get your message out there, then you didn't get your message out there. And if you're going to blame it on because of the activists and the protesters saying defunding the police and the language is used, then that's just lazy thinking to me. And then maybe you didn't deserve that seat. So come again with some other solution outside of trying to lecture us about what we should do when we protest and what language we should use that we should use going forward as far as activists. I don't like that, and I'm never going to agree with it. You can explain it all you want. You can word it beautifully, and you can say it eloquently, and I will still not agree with it. So therefore, we're going to just have to agree to disagree on that subject. But I thought I just had to come on here to, just to kind of vent a little bit, because this is the whole thing with the Democratic Party. They always want to cuddle up and play nice. For what? Our demands are our demands, and we're going to stand by it. If you want to switch and waver and do all that type of stuff that you've been doing, look what has it gotten you. So, I'm sorry. I'm not going to back down on defunding the police or putting that rhetoric out there, because I think the police are overly budgeted anyway. Overly budgeted. And I think that some of that money needs to go to training, sensitive training. Some of that money needs to go out here for programs for these police officers to go into some of these neighborhoods and actually live in the neighborhoods that they're policing in, within the 10-mile radius, or maybe even 5-mile radius of where you're policing. And so I'm sorry. I'm not going to back off on defunding the police. It's just not going to happen. Not over here. I'm sorry. So this is just another mild speed bump, or a little speed bump that we have to tackle. And I hope this doesn't create a major divide going forward, but I'm not going to back off one bit. And I'm going to continue my messaging on my platform. And I'm not going to be swayed one bit about that, because if you're scared, then you need to just stay in the house. And if you're bold and you stand on your convictions going forward about the defunding of the police department, then we're going to continue to defund the police department. We're going to continue to drive home that message until it is actually coming to fruition. So that's all I have to say about that one. I hope everyone is doing well, and we will see you